No. Right. So this is 1 minus 60 minus 86. 1047. You got to be kidding me. That's a bit much. I don't need structure type anyway, I guess. I don't want structure type. No, let's not do structure type. On the other hand, on the other hand, maybe I should. But yeah, that's a lot. More than 1000. Let's do 1024. Why not? I have no idea. The curtains are closed. Voice Bunny, but it is to play with me. So if I'm not programming, I'm pretty much on my tablet, and I'm likely using that app. So if you have an account there and you tell me on Discord how I can contact you there, or I don't know, maybe you can play there if you want. Well, no, sure. You can also play online. That's maybe more fun. So not against the computer, but against someone else. I had a win streak of 45 in the beginning. I won absolutely everything. Why sucks? You can click on the timer thing, and then you can do 20 seconds per move instead of a minute. Hey, A4 is there. Okay, we're no, just kidding. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Let's just. I think playing against a human is more fun, Post Bunny. So, but. Yeah, that's true. They would be so demoralized. Well, you can just win and then at the very last moment you resign. But then your rating would go down, down, down. I think I have a win. I don't know. I win most things. I just keep playing because it's a really weird rating system they have there. So for every game you win, you only get 3 points or something like that. Well, that's if you play against weaker players. So I had to play a lot of games to get my rating reasonably up. You begin at 1000 and now I'm like 1850, but still winning almost everything. So I don't know where I'll end, but it's hard to get reasonable players there. But that's, why it is fun. I just play there to demolish everyone and then have fun. Winning. People like winning. I like winning. What the hell is going on here? Yeah, okay, so... Including this doesn't help because it's only counting... Tags not found, even that, really. Let me go for some really heavy counting. Count number of arguments in VARs. Pass to a function. No. Macro. Way to count the number of your arguments. Okay. There are plenty of questions discussing how to count VARs and the problem of 0 arguments. However, answers to these questions usually are either not portable since they use... Oh, no. Look, that's what I was... That's what I was looking for. I don't care non-portable, as long as it works on my compiler. Let's test this out on, no, not repositories, on one box, I guess. Into main, standard cout, foo. Wait, yeah, into, well, no, not really. Into foo. Why? I'm already in main, damn it. I don't know, let's just start writing a macro. Macro m dot dot dot. Beep. No. What did he call it? Uh-oh, I lost it. Yep. It's not just also 2 underscores, VARs. Guess that's just an int, so either it compiles or it doesn't. M, E, B, C, run. Cannot appear at either end of a macro expansion. What? Yeah, okay. Well, to find it again. Did I close it or what? Yeah, there we go. Was indeed not what I wanted. This one. Yeah. Hashtag VARs. What to do here? That looks like a super interesting thing. You think this works? Just stringify the whole var args and then pass that to a cons expression thing. Whoa, yeah, that would be pretty cool if that worked. That's a gem. That would be a absolute gem here. Let me try that. No, never. +1, I suppose. Can't see occurrences of commas in VARs. Must be a better way. The ones who are inside the cons expression function. Come on. Nevertheless, let's see if it compiles. Evaluation depth exceeds maximum 512. Yeah, a better way thus. But still, but still, very interesting idea to just pass it to a cons expression function. I mean, why am I using a var macro to begin with now I think about it? Oh wait, yeah, because I need to generate declarations. So it has to be a macro, but we can use cons expression functions for certain things. For conversion stuff, it should definitely be possible. Yeah, this is a ridiculous recursive thing. that's it's just funny. Okay, let's start passing this as a string view. And now we simply need to return the number of commas inside str. Which of course I don't know. Shall we ask ChatGPT? ChatGPT probably left me again. Can do a new chat. How to count the number of the number of C in a standard string view. Yeah, I expected that. Really? Really? Is this how we have to do it? No. I don't know, man. I'm gonna Google it. Count number of... Oh, let's say, I don't know. Spaces in string view. I mean, what people ask most, you know, white spaces. Yeah, count number of white spaces in the string. Count words. It's also, well, not really, but how to count the number of spaces in a string. Is a for loop, yeah. There's a forum. Really, also a for loop. No, it seems that everyone is using a loop. Let's use a loop. Count arguments. How about that? Seems reasonable. Oh yeah, and that works at least better than what we had before with links. Now, of course, we want to know if it really worked, but we'll see that later, I guess. I'm going to assume that I have count now. And I need to specialize this array here. At least that was the idea. How do you do that? Well, put it in, and then I can delete this because, yeah, well, I just need specialization. Just need the specializations, rather. So the idea is here to now initialize this with elements, count elements. Let's see. Can we initialize this from another cons expression? That would be super cool. I think we can. Now, in this case, the arguments do not contain commas. But probably a better way is just to pass them all as arguments. And then make this a template and then simply return the number of arguments. I think that's possible. But okay, for now, let's do that after doing this one, because then we have learned something that we can use for that as well, I think. Then we, on the other hand, I mean, it's just a number of commas, all right? I mean, this expands, if you remove this, it's not no longer a string, but it would still be comma-separated arguments. And I think that if one of the arguments contains a comma, then that's not even possible. So this should work. Yeah, that just should work. This should work. And this is then something like, yeah, I can just, we can just call another function, I think. Another cons expression function. How do you do that? Array of elements. Let's call it elements. Did I not already have an element? Yes, here. Initialize elements. And here I'll just pass, you know, everything. All the arguments. which then fits on this line anyway. So then we have to define a cons expression that returns an array. I don't think I can do this from anything else than an array. Yeah, we'll just have to make that conversion, I think. Which means that it must be a template, right? It's got to be a template anyway. Enum, what shall I pass? Oh, I don't think this is going to work. At the moment I pass it like this, I lose the fact that I must stringify it. I need a way to pass the whole list, but then as a string. I mean, I want to stringify each of them, so and that's probably not possible. I might as well stringify the whole thing because I just counted it like that. So yeah, let's do that. But I also need a value. So I think we need to pass both then. And I pass this for the value, and then the string for the strings. Right, well, it's still a template. Yeah, it must be a template. Or maybe it isn't. Let me see. No, why would it be? Probably should pass the string first because, you know, variable number of arguments must be at the end. I don't think it's a template. I mean, maybe I changed my mind, but initialize elements. All right, I was trying to return a type. Standard array. Got to be that type. And then I still need to know an element must be defined before this. Right. Let's move this one up. I'll put it in the anonymous namespace, I guess. Why not? And then we have here element underlying type. Yeah, that's it. And then a count, of course. So that then is a template. type name underlying type, just like there. And the count is just an int. Okay, we have stuff here. And now we return something, but in the meantime, I need to pass that to initialize elements. I mean, I'm just passing a string here, though passing pretty random stuff. I want to pass that as the values as integers, or maybe as underlying type stuff, but yeah. Let's just tell it what the underlying type is. Underlying type, comma count. And then how to pass, okay, so this is a character const pointer. A character const pointer. And that is then the stringified var ars. Call that string. And I'm going to pass it again like just like here. String view, why not? Comma. And then a variable number of arguments. So I guess should use a template again. Problem with using a template is that then I will have like a lot of these functions. Count is different anyway. Yeah, so we might as well pass everything, unless I don't pass count. But then, no, if I do not pass count, then I cannot know the type of the array. So you have to pass that anyway. So let's pass, let's make it a type name. So that's going to work. Ars. Okay, I'm lost. We're missing something here. What are we missing? Man, I'm really getting senile. I cannot remember that. Scary. Soon I will be grabbing everything. And then I cannot find something that is much like it. Yeah, type name is ..args, and then I can use args ... Is that it? I thought there were two ampersands in play somewhere, but apparently not. Yeah, okay, that was it. No. That's like it. That's like it. And then we have that as type. So, for example, here. So Well, that should compile as soon as we return something. Enum is not declared in the scope. Okay, name, I guess. A small abbreviation. So I can now use here just enum type. And here as well. Expected identifier before int. In definition of macro enum declaration, type. Oh, fuck. Sorry. Yeah. I have here an argument that is called type. So let's call this enum type. Because it is the enum type. Oh, really? Yeah. Why am I even doing underlying type here? Can I add a static assert? That would be funny. Can we do that? Static assert. One type equals the other type. Just for fun thing, so for fun. How do you compare two types equal? Standard is equal. Sounds like reasonable. Let's look it up. The standard is equal. I'm just gonna go for it. Equal to. Oh, not too bad. Equal to. Not really. No, not really. Okay. Concept, I guess. No, it's maybe not a concept. I don't know. C++. Compare to. Not compare. How do you call that? I'm gonna add concept. You never know. Concept. Type equal. Types equal maybe. Same as, that's all. Yeah. Is same as. Standard is same as. Is same as, right? That's what I said. So enum type must be the same as the enum type here. Is same is not a member of std. Where did I get that? And now suddenly you are here and nobody knows where I came from. Same as, oh wait, I never clicked on that. Concept, it is a concept. And the wrong button was pressed. Alt top. Yeah. Include concepts. It's not is same as, it was same. Was it now same as or was it unbelievable? It is but it is same as. Was not declared. E-success not declared in the scope. Did you mean VK result e-success? Yes, I did. In definition of whoa. That's not going to work. Oh, really? Oh, really? Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. All these things are classes, so you have to prefix them as result with the type itself. At the moment I pass it, we can't do that. Therefore, we have to change our script. I have to change the script anyway. I don't know what was it called? So at the moment I print everything inside enum declaration. But what I should do is get just a name. That was probably also something like this. Not enum name. How shall we call this? How shall we call this? It's the number one of the enums. So the whole enum name is maybe not a good idea. I mean, I like this word here, an enum name. But then what is this? It's a name of the type, maybe. I think actually, okay, I'm gonna rename everything. Enum type becomes enum underlying type, and then enum name becomes enum type. And then this can be enum name. Gen sub. Okay, now we have something like, I guess, we don't have spaces in the beginning, so some word followed by an optional. Might as well have spaces here. Wait. Wait, this actually, there are spaces in front of it as well. Optional spaces. Followed by some word. That's the name. And then the rest is, yeah, the rest doesn't really matter even. It's just until the first space. They actually, yeah, well, yeah. The rest is not even important. It's not important. Or is it? Do I have to match the whole thing or just the beginning? Spaces are there for sure. Word followed by, I don't know if it's a space or not. So maybe it's a space. Okay, space. Maybe, and then an equal sign, but that's optional. The rest is also optional. No, it must be a space or a question mark. Sorry, an equal sign. Or nothing. That's also okay. So let's do it like this. It's either a space or a question mark. Followed by whatever. And then optional. Rather anything but a comma. Because then after the optional thing, which again have spaces, maybe, and then we have a comma, and then God forbid you might have even more spaces. Do we have the whole thing now? Spaces, word, more spaces. No, that's not how you do it. More spaces, comma, more spaces. So the word is followed by a comma. And before that, optionally, we have something like either a space or a equal sign, hello, followed by anything but a comma. Any number of times, which means that it also gobbled up the spaces here, but okay. Followed by a comma. And the only thing that is not correct here is that more spaces might be there. So I still have to put here a space gobbler anyway. Let's put it outside that thing. Well, that wouldn't work. Now I just have to remove this and make it an equal sign. Yeah. Seems to be correct. It seems that this is what I want. I'm not sure though. And then we have to print. We have to print the name followed by a comma, where the name is now the enum name. And then more is needed, but let's first try this out. That didn't work. Or what are we doing here? Oh, it did work. Or not. No, that looks like horror, absolute horror. Oh, I've got to add new lines now. It actually worked, as you can see. We just have all the names here. Except here. There is a... No, sometimes it worked, but not all the time. And I definitely need a new line here somewhere. Edit the script again, and I guess that what I want is a new line after my comma. Oh wait, it's not always containing a comma, of course. The comma must be separately printed. So the comma is optional as well. If there is a comma, then we have to print it, but if there's no comma, then we should not print it. Okay, and then which substitution group? I guess, though this is the first one, though this is 1, then this is 2, I guess, and then that should be 3. The comma. If defined, we lost a space there. We lost a lot. But okay, so far so good. Yeah, this space is gone. Why is the space gone? And other stuff. Oh, wait. Yeah, okay. I have to make a special case for the... Let's do that like... okay, so anything that begins with a hashtag can be printed as is if we are inside enum. So then I can just do print, of course, and next. think this is a good sign that it links. Or not. Damn it. It just copied the whole file as is, without making any change now. Oh, because I do this now before this. That ain't gonna work. Or is it? Actually it is. It should just work. Because I'm doing a next if I print it. Now we should only do that one while inside enum, so otherwise we fall through and we still do this. Okay, that's not good. Ooh, yeah, okay. Or rather, I should probably do this, check if it matches. So if, how do you do that? The dollar matches something. It's not like this. Now we do a print. Just a print, else we do this. And then next in all cases. I'll just try it out. Well, that seemed to have worked. So the if define is now print literally was just print and end of etc. And the rest is stripped of its assignments. And the last one does not have a comma, it's also good. And so on. And still something crucial is different, but what? Plus I guess I should add a few spaces in front of that, because this is just ugly. Pretty good to me. So do I have any equal sign at all? No. Well, that's pretty damn good. We got completely lost, I mean. Now, of course, this pre-processing stuff must happen before the expansion of the macro. So that the macro doesn't even see the arguments that should not be there. Like, of course, you only have that. And then suddenly, it is really. Okay, let's start from the top. There it is. For example, this one, we don't even want to pass this to the macro then in that case. Otherwise we'd count all these arguments anyway. We would even count this as an argument. That is not the idea. Anyway, I think this file looks good. So why is it not compiling? Success not declared. Ah, right. Yeah, same thing. And now I have to put that in front of it. That was what I really wanted to do. So we have to put in front of this the current, let's say vk tut, and then the current name, no, type, enum type. Yeah, but then enum type must be defined. And what is the enum type then? Well, that was set at the moment we opened the thing. Inside enum type is set. As simple as that. And it says enum type. That was not what I wanted. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Sorry. Hold up. It's just me being an idiot. Enum type. Enum type. Now it should work. And doesn't. Expected the before VK. Yeah. That doesn't look like what we wanted. All these things must start with an lowercase e. I mean, that's how it is. So where does this come from? Well, it's something that comes below that one. There's no comma here. I think something failed. The filtering failed. What I just added, in other words. Oh, that's because it's not on one line. Oh my god. Yeah, that's pretty annoying. That's pretty annoying. What papier budget? The computer tells me. Yeah, I guess I have to do special case then where it ends on an equal sign. Maybe. So how many equal signs do we have that are at the end? There's no spaces behind it, I hope. Let's check that. Equal sign, minimum one space. $. Nothing. Pretty cool. It's all flags, all flags. That's not what we wanted to look for. Well, these are the only two. I mean, this is also nonsense. Oh, here's another one. So there's three. Only those three. But yeah, okay, so I'll have to support that, I suppose. I hate it. So if it ends on an, still do it here, I guess. This just prints, and can I do elif here? Is that a thing? Nope. Else if, no, if it matches something that ends on an equal sign, then well, I still have to print it. So there will not be a comma, but we can extract the enum name now, like spaces followed by the word that I want, followed by more spaces, followed by an equal sign, followed by, well, nothing. Yeah, yeah, okay, well, that should work. Now we have to print that as well. We print the same things, except that there's no comma anyway. But we have to add a comma, probably. Let's assume that there's always a comma to print, otherwise I get crazy. No, let's not do that, because why not be general, if we can do that anyway. So I set the saw equals equal to 1, and then we have another possibility, namely saw equals is set. And now we have to do something special, so after that I do next. And I'm going to set saw equals to 0 again. And then we have to print a comma if it ends on a comma. Yeah, so if it matches something that contains a comma, and then printf comma, and anyways print a new line. Or not. We have an empty line here. But I think this should work. These are the ones that went wrong, right? They now all seem to work, except that I have mysterious empty lines here. I should have three of them. Maybe just 3 empty lines, and that would tell me something. 1 empty line, 2 empty lines, 3 empty lines. Back to the top. Yeah, so we print a new line too many in these cases. Nevertheless, yeah, I would say that works. Where are my new lines then? So if it ends on an equal sign, I print no comma. So equals set to true. Obviously we get here again, this is still set, so equals 2, so we get here. And in this case we print a new line, because we didn't print a new line the last time. And the comma is also printed, because it ends on a comma. I don't see why this would be printing 2 new lines. Really weird. Let's add XXX here to see if it's that new line or some other new line. Let's see it just at the end. But that is a new line. And then we have another new line anyway. This is so weird. I don't know where the other new line comes from, but it seems that we don't need to print a new line there. Not getting it. Do you know? What the hell, man? What the hell? Well, I don't know, but that new line is definitely needed. It seems. It's not like this printf is printing a new line as well, is it? No, because I didn't. Just saw that. Let's print a new line here, and then suddenly we have 2 new lines. But now it definitely did not have a new line. And I do this. Now we have 2 new lines. That's impossible. Or maybe no, we don't. No, it works. It was the else if, I guess. But who cares? It works. Still doesn't compile though. What is the problem now? Expected primary expression before blah. An expansion of macro enum declaration. Excuse me. Oh, it's empty. Yeah. Excuse me. Boom. Yep. Yeah, if VA args is empty, then we have a trailing comma here. The forever annoying thing. So I need something that expands to a comma if and only if var args is non-empty. How do we do that? This is a well-known problem though, and I think that there is a compiler support for it. I want to find that again with Google. Or maybe ChatGPT knows it, because it's a difficult question. I'm going to ask that. I don't know otherwise. Are we still here? Probably not. Still there. So that is so funny. Can I marry you? That is funny. Pretty cool. I'm doing a function call like f. It doesn't matter. X, comma. But that doesn't compile if VA args It doesn't compile if VA args is empty. because then we end up with fx comma is the what is a good way to fix this. Note that I don't want to use macro tricks with loads of arguments, because this VARs can have up to 1,000 arguments as well. Okay, it's completely lost now. No, sorry, oops. I'm not talking about templates. Work. What is the word? No, this calls variable arguments, but exclusively about macro varars. I don't understand how this works. Yeah, okay. Maybe I get it. I don't understand yet if it works, but I'm gonna assume that it does. So let's put that in here. And then I'm going to call here. I'm not convinced. But I think this is what it says. I mean, I'm having a comma. At most now I'm calling f with an empty thing, which means that I don't know. That's really. See what happens if I run it. It's not working. No, but why? Can't get it to work. Oh, I have to ask it again, I guess. Maybe if I give more details. Buffer, no. I don't know colon. Yeah, Poise Bunny, it's probably better to not delete that anymore. Because that would be hypocritical of me. Because I'm using it. So let's not do that anymore. Yeah, sure. I'll give you a raise. I guess you should just delete this. Because it's not yours. It switched to completely different things. Select second argument instead of third. This is like now I have a catenation and God knows what. It's completely different. Yeah, completely different approach. Oof. Let's try that, I guess. Oh yeah, little Dick, how are you? Yeah, I don't know. Did I do this correctly? Because I'm still, I did still hide certain information, so I had to change this. I added a semicolon here. Otherwise, it should be what the ChatGPT said. Nah, I don't know. Why is it not working? Let's just try exactly what ChatGPT says, and then we have a better test case, I guess. if we call it with nothing, that would expand to nothing. One argument. Two arguments. It's hardly interesting, I guess, but it's always so sure of itself, you know. It didn't test it, I'm sure of that. It can't. This would still not be correct. Anyway, let me first test it. It didn't even change. Oh man. Okay, anyway, what it should do is this. Let's see. Correct output would be nothing. No, I did not add a semicolon here. I guess I should have added a semicolon here, but okay, I don't have that. And then I just get the same thing, but correctly with a, comma a. Two arguments. Okay, we are back to the chat TV that I know. It's literally including it's literally including the required result in the come on. this oh my. What the fuck is this? Empty, one arg, two args, it just puts it, oh, okay, it repeats it, but it goes only up till 2 arguments now. Yeah. Let's give it another a chance that I'll. I'm afraid I'll have to think harder, right? Yeah, it's still not working. Am I doing something wrong here? Troop.cpp, and I'm editing troop.cpp, yeah. So why is it continuously giving the same shit? Yeah, it's just totally not working. Oh, here's the correct to extract. I think it's talking nonsense now. Yeah. Yeah, you can't say that it isn't trying. What? Okay, let's try this one. Ah, I see the problem now. It's sentient. It's definitely sentient. Yeah, I think that's yeah. I think yeah, we are connected to the subconscious of Postbony. Actually, yeah, I know the answer should be the result should be. How how often shall we continue with this feedback? Because it just keeps generating solutions that are now absolutely working, which are not working. It really has a problem with realizing at some point that it should give up. I'm sorry, I cannot help you. Something like that. That would be the right answer. Yeah, it's back to the same old shit. Okay, well, we did learn something. Although I deleted most of the attempts, unfortunately. Oh, he renamed my thing. I really don't need a wrapper here. This should produce the right thing, and then we can make it work for, let's say, anything that does have arguments. Simply by doing, let's see, this is not necessary. Now this is exactly the output that I want. Just both string and then the element and then this, you know, arguments, I mean. So I have 3 arguments, a string and then again, but then as arguments. That's the output that I want. But if I add this one, we have a problem. Because now we have a comma and then nothing, and then you cannot call a function like that. So the comma must be removed. And what ChatGPT said is that the trick is that you have to expand this to either a call to F1 argument or to 2 arguments. For example, if we would succeed with that, and I'm going to call this 1, then I could do, say, with 1 argument, we call in fact let me think. I think the idea is that you try to call that like that, and then in this case, of course, the other one. So it's more like 2 or more. So if you call 2 or more, then you have a string that is this string, and we have other arguments, which then expands to the initialized elements, blah, 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 string. Yeah, I don't know what it was doing here. This is just, I mean, it's 2 arguments anyway, so it should just be that. And then if you call it like that, you just have string, so we call the exact same thing, but then just a string, just 1 argument. Now, the point is, of course, that this must work, or should work. So, and I think that this is still counted as 2 arguments. So it's going to complain about that I'm calling F1 arg with 2 arguments, even though VA args is empty, as you can see here. This pass 2 arguments, but takes just 1. So, well, I thought, who cares, you know, I can just add a second argument and ignore it. So that works. Now the output is correct. And then the only thing that is left is, yeah, to make sure that you call, to make sure that you call F1 arg or F2 arg as a result of whatever VA args is. And basically it said, well, you can, so we don't do that anymore, and we just pass nothing now to this one. Then we not want to construct this name by calling VA macro. Which we then pass, well, the macro name and the VA arg, so it can decide what to do. And then VA arg, so now we have, well, not really, but it's passing a string here. I don't know what it's doing here. I think this comes better. It's better anyway. Define VA macro. Now this must concatenate the macro with got completely lost in translation here. Doesn't even have the 1 arg and 2 args anymore. We're gonna use this select second arc, I guess. Let me think. This is bullshit. A macro has arcs. Okay, what does that do? What it's supposed to do, rather. Select second argument. So it is a random argument and then the string of that. Why? I think it started really to do completely random things, from which you can see that it has no understanding at all what it is doing. That's kind of strange, really. I mean, this started off like something that made sense, and now it's bullshit. How to detect if do we still need to cut first arc? That's something that came closer at least, and somewhere in the beginning. Let's see. Second arc. I think at the moment it had something with 3 arcs. Yeah, this. It came slightly closer. Yeah, also not. My VA arcs, if the VA arcs here is empty, then the idea is that it returns this. But if it has more arguments, let's say if it has 1 argument, then it would return this or something. But yeah, mine can also have 1,000 arguments, and then the third argument is just something from my arguments. It should always return either this or this. So maybe if you can get indeed the first argument of the var arcs, just the first argument would be interesting, because that might change from nothing to one thing, even if it is more arguments. So I'm gonna go for, let's say, something like this. Boom, boom, boom. Something like that. And then this could be, say, first arc. So if now VA args has many arguments and we get the first argument, then at least we have the third the third argument is then need to get the second argument, I think. Select second argument, we could do that. I don't know, let's see what this is. I still have a comma here, so I guess it did use that in all cases, even if it is empty. And if you ask me, the reason for that is that when it is empty, it is an argument, it's just empty. So you get the first argument here, but it's still the first argument. There's a comma here. We need to get rid of this comma. What about if I return the first two arguments? That work? I mean, how can you turn 0 arguments into 2 arguments? That should be impossible. Yeah, but then again, then I would have to introduce a comma anyway here. Okay, let's comment these things out. You can see what it expands into. Selects 2 args. Need to get rid of this trailing comma. That is the problem. I've seen this problem before. The remove a trailing comma. I mean, I even wrote a macro myself for it. But as you can see, that goes up till 33 or so, and not to 1000. I can make this a 1000 and regenerate a file. But yeah, that would be ridiculous, wouldn't it? No, that's a lot of threes. Which year are you going to be 77? That's not going to be on 7/7. Your birthday doesn't change. Oh no, you're going to be 77 on 3/3 as well. Hey Ed, how are you? I should eat. Oh, I didn't eat dinner and it's 10 o'clock. Ridiculous. I guess I'm gonna stop streaming and then I'll make pea soup, I guess. Gotta eat something. Maybe it's not, there is no solution for this. I don't know. You know, ChatGPT could have said, sorry, but it's not possible. I'm sure there is a compiler support for removing a trailing comma. It's just not portable. Yeah, this is what I was looking for. It's not the standard behavior, but it works. If it also works with clang, that would be totally acceptable. damn it. Why did that not work? Nope, this is just interpreted as concatenation. Oh, you have to make it a GNU. Alright, right. Yeah, it's a GNU extension, so... Standard is I don't know. That works. That finally works. But does it also work with Clang? It also works with Clang. Okay, except that now we are not working with C++ 20 anymore. Okay, I'm going to eat. I'll tell ChatGPT about this, but yeah. Extensions, right? Nah, what is that? We timed out. What, it completely kicked me out? That's really weird. That doesn't make any sense. The comma is always going to be here. No, I don't think that. Seems like nonsense. Okay, I'm going to stop stream and eat. See you guys.